My 25 meters girlfriend, 24F, accidentally admitted she thinks I'm small, as the title says. Last night, I was searching something on my girlfriend's phone because my data wasn't working. And I saw an article open blowjob tips for small penises. I laughed immediately and showed her what I found. And my plan was to just laugh it off since after all, the entire reason she had the tab open is to make sex better for us. But then, as I continued cooking our dinner, I felt cold. Almost like when you've had a drink and the world is stepping away from you. She was completely mortified that I'd seen it. And I know that she didn't mean for me to, and the entire reason it was there was a good one. Eventually I asked the question, do you think I'm small then? With little to no hesitation, she replied, you said it yourself. You're on the smaller side. That felt shit to hear. I asked what her process was. Did she Google blowjobs for small dicks straight away, or did she Google blowjob tips? Try them out. Realize I don't have the length for them, and then Google the other thing. Turns out she skipped straight to for small dicks. I then asked the dumbest question a man can ask, I take it that means I'm the smallest you've ever been with then? Her response was yes, but the best. That should put my mind at ease, but it just didn't. It really didn't. I cooked for a while without really talking, then we ate and talked over dinner. I explained what I was feeling and why I felt that way, and she listened and apologized and said she wishes she could take it back. The kicker is I'm 5.5 with decent girth. I'm not small. I'm pretty bang on average. I just so happen to be over 6 feet tall and have a rugby player's build. I'm a grower as well. So when everything is in proportion, it looks tiny compared to the rest of my body. So naturally, I've always been insecure about it. What else is funny is that she's 5 feet tall, and yet she thinks my dick is small. I've always felt like it was, but to have it outright confirmed, as a matter of fact, by your girlfriend, I feel cold, almost. I was able to shake most of this off last night. And we had a pretty good evening, watched a film, hung out, laughed, and even had sex. But during the last bit, I looked down. And rather than thinking she looks so good right now, I was thinking she's right, it is small. I know, this is my insecurity to deal with. But I'm finding it difficult, hence why I'm making this post. We got up this morning. She was out of bed before I was. And when I got up to make breakfast, I couldn't bring myself to make eye contact with her, or hold proper conversation with her. I even found myself flinching when she wanted a kiss, almost as if I didn't want to. We talked this morning, and I explained that although I thought I was over it last night, the way I feel this morning shows I'm clearly not. I know there's no magic solution, and I know everyone on here will say something along the lines of get over your insecurities or leave her. But I just feel so trapped with the thoughts in my head. And I don't know how to move forward from this. So I'm making this post as a Hail Mary, I suppose. And hoping someone out there can give me some advice on how to deal with what I'm feeling. So what you guys think and advise for OP's situation? And what would you do if you're on his place? What's your opinion or advice for him? Let me know on the comment. Now here's are some comments from our community. And what are their own opinion for OP? From Eogre to Grego, lad, I hate to say it to you, but her reaction. She might be the one for you. You have to respect. She gave it to you straight. No BS, no nothing. You have to appreciate that. From Mike and CO Heha, big penis does not equal good at sex. Edit. Now that I have all this visibility, OP, she loves you, bro. She loves your penis too. I promise you, I have had similar insecurities too. My wiener is about the same size as yours. You kinda unintentionally baited your girl into telling you that your dick is small by asking those questions. But I understand the circular thinking, cause I've been there. No amount of consoling from her is going to make you feel secure about your penis. It's more of a you thing that I know you can overcome. She genuinely sounds like a keeper. Don't let this ruin a good relationship. Therapy with a licensed psychologist might be a great idea. If you have some expendable money and find someone you are comfortable talking to, or you could argue your point that your dick is average and show her the proof. Maybe hearing her agree with you would make you feel better. From mu__e__ah. I'm 6 feet 3 with 4.5, so could be worse chap. And here's our next story. My boyfriend 27 male got his ex-girlfriend pregnant while in a relationship with me 27 female, to stay or to leave. TLDR at bottom. I don't even know why I'm trying to find advice to make this relationship still work right now. To run and never look back is more logical than staying at this point. I can respect it if those are the only responses I get. But please hear me out. I feel such a deep connection to this man, and he has shown to me he feels the same way about me. Over the months, we have had so much passion, spontaneity, care, respect, and we genuinely push each other to be the best versions of ourselves. I truly felt like I met the one. When I get into a relationship, it's because I can see us go in the distance. I have only been in long-term relationships in my life. I met my boyfriend Judas, fake name, online in February. While I was visiting a friend in New York, that same weekend, we went out to dinner with my friends. The connection was apparent from the beginning. A few months passed where we went our separate ways for a bit. But then in May we started talking again. At the end of May we went on our first date and we just clicked instantly. We seamlessly rolled through one activity to another around his town that day. I even met his whole family at a party that night, and then we went out to a club afterward. This was only supposed to be a standard little midday date. That turned into an activity-filled full day of connecting with each other. From this point we became super close. We would be on the phone for hours and making plans to see each other over weekends. As often as we could. We always made the most of the time that we had. Because I live to states over, so our time is valuable. I eventually accepted the start to a relationship with him midway through the summer. This relationship has been perfect. Up until a few days ago, I would say it was the best relationship I'd ever been in. That is until I found out. A week ago, I received a text from an unknown number disclosing that Judas was keeping a secret from me. He has still been seeing his ex-girlfriend, and there is proof. They sent me a picture of an ultrasound. I FaceTimed him and sent him the pic of the ultrasound. He initially explained to me. A month ago, he went in my phone and found old sex videos of my ex and he assumed were from while we've been together. Armed with that information, instead of asking me about it, he apparently got very drunk, wound up at the bar, and I guess texted his ex to come rescue him from where she came to pick him up, and they ended up having sex. He told me that she plans to keep the baby, and she doesn't want Jay to be a part of its life if he doesn't want to be. He had found out about the pregnancy the same day I confronted him. I eventually got out of him that they had been hooking up for a while throughout our relationship, apparently. A few weeks ago, he had finally cut her off and was ready to devote himself to me. I can't trust a single word he says right now, even if he is giving me the truth. The reality of what I thought the past was has changed so drastically. It's hard to think about how careless someone could be to have unprotected sex with an ex while in a committed relationship. It would somehow have been better to learn. He had sex with a random at the bar over his ex-girlfriend. I like to think that he was going to eventually tell me, but it seems like this was going to be a secret for a long time. I'm grateful to the person who anonymously texted me. I cut off communication for a while. Then I slowly started to open up to him again in the past few days. And I am now stuck in this in-between place. We have trips and plans coming up for the holidays that I was looking forward to with him. I just don't know what to do now. My heart is crushed and searching for answers. Judas is my best friend. I love and care about him with my whole heart. He's apologized to no end and wants a fresh start with me. I want to allow it, but I also want to feel secure and healed again. I'm not so sure how both can coexist yet. I don't want to have to say goodbye to my best friend just yet. Should I stay with him? How can I move past this? Please help me. I would love to get an outside perspective on my situation. TLDR, my boyfriend has been cheating on me with his most recent ex-girlfriend. I found out via an anonymous text that she is now pregnant with his child that was conceived while we've been together. He wants to repair the relationship with me, but I am not so sure I have it in me to stay yet. And what you guys think and advise for OP's situation? What would you do if you're on her situation? Let me know on the comment section. Now let's go to the top 3 comments on community comment section. What's their opinion about this? From crazy_assumption_ to 69 leave. You really should leave. Even if you could forgive him, she's carrying his child. She's going to be in his life forever. His kid will forever be a reminder of his betrayal. It's not worth it. And the next one is from Razzle6 Please have the basic level of self-respect to not give this man another ounce of your attention. And last one is from Turfuluryavdamu should leave him. Most obviously because he cheated on you. But secondly, because that was his first action when something cropped up. He didn't even talk to you, didn't stew on it, didn't lose his temper, didn't get advice. Just got drunk and cheated. Now he's abandoned the mother of his child. What a guy.